Hey you guys, welcome to math class. Today we're going to be doing lesson 11 notes, and lesson 11 is constant rate. So when we're dealing with constant rate, all right. So when we're dealing with constant rate, you guys remember we were talking about d over t, and that is equal to the distance over time. And then when we were trying to find the constant rate given like a time to figure out where it went, we use d over t is equal to y over x when distance is related to y and t is related to time is related to x. So today, that's what we are going to be doing. But one thing that I want us to realize is that distance, it doesn't always have to be a distance, it can be a measurement. And so today we're going to be using different variables to represent what we're talking about. So it may be pages, it may be water, it may be miles. So I just don't want us to get carried away if you guys don't see me use d. So I'm just going to jump right into the exercises. So exercise 1, it says Juan can type. All right, there we go. It says Juan types at a constant rate. He can type a full page of text in 3.5 minutes. We want to know how many pages P Juan can type after T minutes. So with this being said, we know that our constant rate is 1 page per 3.5 minutes. That equals our constant rate. But we want to know how many pages P can Juan type after a certain amount of minutes. So we need to create a formula for that. So that goes back to this. We would say the d over t is equal to y over x. In this situation, we're talking about pages. So if we said that 1.35 is equal to P over T, and if we're solving for P, we get P, our equation is P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 T. All right. So now what this equation does is this equation tells me that I can place a time in for T. And when I place a time in for T, I will know how many pages he did. So that's the first step of getting there. Now I'm just going to go on to the second part of the equation. It says I kind of just did that. It says write the linear equation in a 2 variable that represent the number of pages. That's this right here. So that is, with this, we have said this is the answer. P is equal to T. And now it wants us to do it. Now it's giving us the time. So it says complete the table below. Use a calculator to round your answers to the nearest tenth. All right. So right now how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna space this out to give us some space. And now I'm just going to solve for each equation. So for right here, I have the equation P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 T. If I'm saying that my first one is at 0, so if my first one is at 0, then I have P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 times 0. And so when I do that, the pages type P is equal to 0. The next one that I have, it says 5 minutes. So I got P. Let me change the color for you. So I got P is equal to, and we have 5. And so now in my calculator, this is a 1. Now in my calculator, I got P is equal to 5 divided by 3.5, and I get approximately, because it says round to the nearest 10, 1.4. So in 5 minutes, he can type 1.4 pages. All right, the next one, I'll use green. So I got P is at 10 minutes. P is equal to 1 point. Why am I saying 1? P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 minutes T. And so P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 times 10. All right? Because now I want to figure out what it is in 10 minutes. And so I got P is equal to 10 divided by 3.5. And P is approximately equal to 2.9. You guys hear my dog? He's mad at me right now. All right. So then the next one, I got P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 T. And in this one, I'm saying 15 minutes. So I got P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 minutes, open parentheses, 15, because that's the time. And so I have P is equal to 15 divided by 3.5 minutes, where P is equal to 4.3, approximately 4.3. The next one I have, I'm going to change the color again. I'll just go back to black. And I got P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5 T. P is equal to 1 divided by 3.5. And I got 20 minutes in for T. So I got P is equal to 20 divided by 3.5. P approximately equals 5.7. All right. So that's number 1. What we did is we found the constant rate. And then when we found the constant rate, we then use a 2-variable equation to figure out, when given a time, how many pages can Juan read. All right. So that's exercise number 1. Let's go to number 2. Exercise number 2 says, Emily, All right. Exercise number 2 says, Emily paints at a constant rate. She can paint 32 square feet in 5 minutes. What is the area A in square feet she can paint in T minutes? All right. So it's just like the same problem before. What we're going to do is we're going to find the constant rate. So when we find the constant rate, all right. So the constant rate says that she can, if I'm doing this D over T, it says that she can paint 32 in 5 minutes. All right. And so since it's asking us for the area in T minutes, I can say, and if I want to know, given a time, what the area will be at, I can say 32 over 5 is equal to the area divided by the time. And if I am doing a 2-variable equation, I am solving for area, where area will equal 32 divided by 5t. All right. And in this one, that is our answer. This is our constant rate right here. This is our constant rate. And this right here is our 2-variable equation. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place minutes into my equation. All right, so I'm going to place minutes into my equation. So the minutes that I'm going to place into my equation Sorry, you guys. I'm going to place minutes into my equation. So the minutes that I'm going to place is going to be at 0. So how the equation will read is, I will need to say A is equal to 32 divided by 5t. And I'm going to say A is equal to 32 divided by 5, 0, where the area is equal to 0. Now, I'm going to do the same thing again. And now I'm just going to say 1 minute. So I'm going to say A is equal to 32 divided by 5 times t. I'm going to rewrite it again. A is equal to 32 divided by 2. I'm going to just put in 1 for 1 minute. And when I do that, I have A is equal to, that's supposed to be a 5. A is equal to 32 divided by 5. A is equal to 6.4. All right, let's do the next one. So the next one says at 2 minutes. So I got A is equal to 32 divided by 5 times t. And I got it at 2 minutes. So A is equal to 32 divided by 5 times 2, which then turns to A is equal to 64 divided by 5. I took 2 times 32. 64 divided by 5, area is equal to 12.8. All right, I'm going to do one more. And this one is going to be at 3 minutes. So I got A is equal to 32 divided by 5 times t. And I got A is equal to 32 divided by 5 times 3. Now I need to take 32 times 3. So I get A is equal to 96 divided by 5. 96 divided by 5. And I got A is equal to 96 divided by 5, which is going to give me 19.2. All right, that's that. And if I move on to 3, what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to do this one on your own. So I want you guys to take the next, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to solve this one on your own. And then I will provide the answer at the end of the Zoom call. All right. Thank you, guys.